All right, everybody, my next guest plays Meadow, the daughter of Tony Soprano, on the hit show The Sopranos. Please welcome Jamie Lynn Sigler. Oh, you look so beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Now, we've all had the experience of, like, being on TV and having your life change and
right.
being very beautiful, sorry. But this must have really affected you because you were quite young when this whole Sopranos thing hit.
Yeah.
How did it change your life?
Only for the better. I mean, yeah, you do get recognized a lot in the street and whatnot. One thing I'm surprised is how many little kids recognize me, because I really didn't think they were the demographic we were trying to get across to.
Yeah, little kids are supposed to be watching The Sopranos.
I know, and a friend of ours just told us a story that, you know, this guy every Sunday night would sit and watch The Sopranos. His little 5-year-old daughter would sit with him sometimes and watch it. So it was like 2 or 3 weeks in a row she would watch it. And he didn't think she understood or anything, so it was no big deal. And one day, he hears his daughter, like, screaming in her bedroom. So he's, like, runs over, and he finds her in her bedroom, like, choking her doll. And she's like, "Give me my money, you bastard!" He's like, all this stuff. Like, that's why you don't show this show to your kids.
I think, in fairness, all little girls play the game, "Give me my money, you bastard." It's something you do when you're a little kid.
I missed out on that one.
She took her doll on a boat ride, and it didn't come back. Those are fun games for little girls.
Exactly.
Now, I've always heard that the cast is close. Give me an idea, like, how close are they? They must be, are they protective of you, the adult cast members, you know? Yeah,
I think coming into the show, I've inherited, like, 5 extreme father figures. And my first experience kind of dealing with that was the last episode of the first season. I had my first kissing scene. And I was really nervous, and I didn't want to tell anybody that I was, you know, so scared because I just sound stupid. And so I did the scene, and afterwards, James Gandolfini came and he said, "So how'd it go?" And I was like, "Oh, it was all right." He's like, "He didn't give you the tongue, did you?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, because I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that." And
right.
He did. And lucky for him, he left. He wasn't there, because Jim was, like, running all over looking for the guy. Because he was, like, a lot older than me.
I'd be so scared if, like, James Gandolfini was after me. Like,
he does have a presence, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Did that, so that actor never came back to the show again?
No, his role was never reprised, actually.
He's never been seen again, either. No. Interesting. How does, I mean, you have a boyfriend in real life. How does, like, James Gandolfini treat that guy?
Well, my boyfriend is my manager, and everybody on the set calls him Renee, because, you know, Celine Dion's married to her manager, Renee. So...
What a nice joke for your boyfriend.
So, I was trying to find, like, the right place and time to tell James who I was dating and that, you know, it was serious. And so it was one day, I told him to come to the set where everybody was there. It was a big family scene. And so everybody's just going, "Oh, Renee is here, Renee is here." So he looks at me, he goes, "Who's Renee?" I'm like, "My boyfriend." And he's like, "You have a boyfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "How old is he?" I'm like, 30. He's like, "What does he do?" I'm like, "He's a manager." "Whose manager?" "My manager." So now I'm, like, terrified. So he's like, "Where is he?" Like, he's right outside. So he, like, marches out, like, stands in front of my boyfriend, looks him up and down. And my boyfriend, like, goes to put his hand on, "Nice to meet you." And he just walks right away. Like, didn't say a word, nothing. And
so he's probably much tougher than, like, your real parents.
Oh,
like,
yeah, my parents are very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Gandolfini, you got to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you do an episode of Cribs? Did I hear correctly?
I did. I have a house in Las Vegas.
I have always wanted Cribs to call me. Seriously, I've always wanted Cribs to call me. They never call. And I think it's because I seem like the kind of guy who doesn't have a crib, you know? Cool. Like, I have a nice little moderate apartment. I don't have a crib. I don't think no one imagines. Have you been on Cribs?
I haven't.
No?
No, they... Yeah, no, they asked, but I think that's creepy.
Do you?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Topher. So I'm admitting that I desperately want to be on Cribs. And then I try and pull you into the conversation, being asked, and you say, "Oh, I've been asked many times, but I said no." Because it's
I didn't
creepy.
say many times, but it was many times.
Yeah. I have got to get on Cribs somehow. How was it? What was it like being on Cribs?
It was fun, but
How's your crib, first of all?
well, my crib is pretty modest compared to Wayne Newton was in the same episode as me. Okay, we live in Las Vegas. He has a penguin farm in his backyard.
Now, don't laugh. In fairness, you pretty much have to have a penguin farm if you live in Las Vegas.
I guess so. I guess I missed the memo. But then he has like 80 thoroughbred horses in his backyard.
Well, that sounds like something that Cribs is gonna like. They like over the top. They don't want to see like, here's my IKEA bench.
Well,
you know what I mean? That's not what Cribs wants. Cribs want like, here's my, llama impregnator. You know, they want that kind of weird stuff.
well, I didn't have that.
You don't have that weird stuff?
He had this like heater on his toilet seat, so like your butt would never get cold when you sat down.
I have one of those here. Those are the big thing. No, he really has a heater on his toilet seat?
Yeah, so he has all these like extravagant things, and I have like my 2 bedrooms and my 2 bathrooms, and in my backyard I had like a slip and slide because we have a pool and it's really hot in Vegas. But
Wayne Newton probably has like a 900-foot slip and slide.
Yeah, probably.
That penguins get fired down. Man. Well, it sounds like, so you're worried that your crib didn't compare to his crib.
Not at all.
All right. Well, maybe if they have me on, I'm going to really get some funky stuff in my apartment. Or, sorry, crib. Well, the season premiere of The Sopranos, everyone's waiting for this, airs September 15th at 9 on HBO. Finally. And starting October 1st, you're going to be starring in Beauty and the Beast on Broadway. That's very cool.
Yeah, I'm be doing it for 4 months.
Come back and see us soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great
Thanks
to have you here.
having me.
Jamie Lynn Sigler, everybody. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kevin Brennan's here. He's a funny guy. Stick around.